Hey team, great job dedicating some time out for yourselves to do a Pilates mobility flow. We are going to start in the center of our mat in a 4-point kneel, knees under hips, hands just in front of those shoulders. Just let everything go nice and relaxed. And we're going to exhale to tuck the tailbone under, zip in through that core and find that rounded position with that spine, warming up the joints. Inhale, shine your chest plate forwards. We're here just for 3 more cat-cows, and just increase the range for the last 2. A little bit more with each repetition, just to warm up into those joints. Last one, exhale, tuck, scoop, curl, finding that angry cat back. You can hold that rounded position. And then inhale, find that lengthened neutral spine. We're going to inhale to sweep and reach one arm up. Exhale, bend into the supporting elbow, thread your hand under the armpit, finding a little bit of rotation through that spine. And inhale through back to center. We're doing 2 more. Thread the needles. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, softly bend into the elbow, threading through. And last one, big inhale, sweep, reach, open chest. Exhale, weaving through, finding a deeper rotation if that feels good. We're heading straight to the other side. Big inhale and sweep. Exhale, reach. For 3 more, lengthen and reach. Can you open up? Can you thread through just a little bit deeper? And 2 more. Reaching up, exhale, threading through. Last one, reach, stretch. Exhale, thread. Come through center, step the hands just in front of the shoulders. Exhale, hover to plank. Exhale, wave your sitting bones up to the sky, opening out through that chest. Heels can stay lifted. As you start to warm up, you can start to ease into a little bit of a pedal with those feet. Just gliding one heel down and then the other, focusing on keeping the hips nice and steady, nice and level, just isolating movement to the ankles, and this should feel really amazing, just to lengthen into the back of our body and open out into the front of the chest. Pulsing those feet out just for 4, here just for 3, and in 2 and 1. We're going to walk our feet towards our hands, keeping that soft bend in the knees, and just find the bottom of a roll down. So keeping the soft bend in the knees, keeping the legs in line with each other. You can stay here for a little rock with the upper body if that feels good. And then we're going to plant the hands on either side of the feet. And we're going to send the back leg out nice and long, finding a deep lunge into that front hip, planting the back knee down. So we're upright in our lunge, nice and tall. Think about a little tuck under with the tailbone, gentle drawing with the core, and we're just going to ease our hips forwards, deepening the stretch into the back hip, finding that opening through the front of that hip, and easing back. See if you can add in some arms. Exhale, sweep, opening into the front of the hip. Inhale, lower. So exhale, glide, opening into the hips. Inhale, lower. Staying here for 4 more. So we're still using our core muscles. 3 more. To keep that control around the pelvis, to really find that opening. 2 more through the front of the hip. Last one, open out, stay here. Stay here for a few breaths, and if you want to deepen the stretch at the front of this hip, we're going to reach this arm up and away, opening out into the side of our body. Staying here for a few more breaths. Slow, deep inhale, feeling that lower lung lengthening in to the side of our body. Exhale, finding a deeper stretch. Come back home, and through center, we're going to send the hips back, folding at the hips now. And if this stretch is too much, you might want to rest your hands on some little blocks or something. But we're going to send the hips back and fold our body forward, almost like a pike stretch. You might need a soft bend with your knee. The straighter the leg is, the more you'll feel the stretch into this hamstring. See if you can send this hip bone straight back. Hands are just melting, resting on the floor, not loading into the mat. Take 1 or 2 relaxed breaths here. You might also feel a really nice stretch into the back of the body here as well. One more inhale. Exhale, try and melt a little bit deeper. And then softly bend your knee. I want you to tuck the back toes under and the fingertips are just by the front foot. Elevate the back knee. And if you can, step that foot in between the hands, and we're at the bottom of our roll down again, keeping the soft bend with the knees. You can just rock the body, the upper body from side to side, just feeling that incredible stretch into the back of your body. You can do a few little pulses if that feels good, or you can just stay nice and still, feeling that incredible stretch into the back of the legs, the back of the body. We're here just for 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. Bring the hands on either side of the feet again, in 1, and we send the other leg back into our runner's lunge. So we're lengthening that back leg, deepening the stretch into the front hip, and lowering the back knee down, pressing up tall. If you need something by your side for balance, like a chair or the wall next to you, you can always use that extra balance and support. Little tuck under with the tailbone zipping in through that deep core. We're going into our stretch, just gliding the hip bones forwards and back. And we can add in those arm sweeps up and lower here for 5 more big inhale and exhale. In 4, you should be feeling an amazing stretch into the front of this hip. 3, we find whatever stretch feels good for you. In 2, and we're going to hold it again. So exhale, reach. 1. Staying here, you can gently rest this hand on that lower thigh and exhale, reach up and away from your body, feeling that incredible stretch into the side of your waist, into the front of your hip. Stay here for an inhale. Can you exhale and sink deep in that stretch just that little bit further? Come through center. Lower those arms down. We lengthen the front leg, fold at the hips, send those hips back. Remember, if you have little blocks or something, if you need to be a little bit more elevated, you can do that. You can also keep a soft bend in with this knee. Otherwise, send both hip bones back. Fold that body forward. And just check in, how does this side feel compared to the other side? I feel much tighter in my left hamstrings than I did on the other side. And that's okay. No body is completely symmetrical. See if you can inhale. And then on the exhale, just melt into the stretch just that little bit further. 1 more time, slow, relaxed inhale. And exhale, softly bend the knee, finding your lunge position, and we're going to step both legs back here, sinking the tailbone back and just easing the knees with the hips open to take an inhale. And reach the arms up, and as you exhale, opening out, we're turned out at the hips, and we're going to slowly roll our bodies forwards, inching our fingertips forwards, finding a range of child's pose that feels good for you. You can rest your forehead on the mat, and I want you to inch both hands off to the side of the mat towards me. Keep the hip bones drawing straight back. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. We're here for a slow, deep inhale. And feel those lungs, feel the muscles around your lungs expand as you breathe in. And as you exhale, feel that air leave your lungs and your shoulders relax and melt into the mat a little bit more and release any tension. Let's do one more breath here, slow, deep inhale. And on the exhale, release any tension from fingertips to toes. Walk your hands back through center, change sides on the mat, finding that stretch, finding that length on both sides of your body. Take a slow, deep inhale. And as you exhale, try and sink a little bit deeper into the mat. Try and release any tension, try and sink into the stretch a little bit further. We're here for one more breath, slow, deep inhale. And as we exhale, we sink a little bit deeper and release any tension. Come through center, walk into those fingertips through center. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, scoop in through your tummy as you slowly walk your hands back home. Bring the knees back to the midline, give your shoulders a shrug and a circle, and you are all done. Great job, everyone.